Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be going through another tutorial on the Casio Classpad fx-CP400. So let's get started. So the topic will be on normal distribution. So the question is, potatoes are delivered to a chip factory in semi-trailer loads. Sample of 1 kilogram of the potatoes is chosen from each load and tested for starch content. From past experience, it is known that the starch content is normally distributed with a standard deviation of 2.1. Part A, for a semi-trailer load of potatoes with a mean starch content of 22. Part 1 is, what is probability that the test reading is 19.5 or less? So, from a normal distribution perspective, so we have a mean of 22, and then what we're looking for is the area under the graph of 19.5. So from negative infinity up to that point. So we don't know what that area is. So we can find that out from our CAS here. So we pull out our CAS, and then we just go to interactive distribution and then continuous, and then select the normal CDF. So you can see there. So just go to normal CDF. And then from here, you just select the, for lower bound, it's going to be negative infinity. So you just go negative infinity. Sorry, for math 3, negative infinity. And then for the upper bound, it's going to be 19.5. The standard deviation is going to be 2.1, and the mean is going to be 22. And then just go OK. And that's your answer there. It's going to be 0.1169. That's the probability of the reading of 19.5 or less. So let's go back to that. So that's going to be 0. So let's put that in. So 0.1169. So that's the answer for that. Second one is, what reading would be exceeded with probability of 0.98? So from a normal perspective, so again, the mean is going to be 22. And we're just looking for the area under the graph where, let's say this is the x value, is going to exceed 0.98. So that's 0.98. That's the probability, which is the area under the graph. And notice that I've put the x on the left and not on the right. It's because the middle point is going to have area under the graph of zero point 0.5 or 50% chance, whereas on the left is going to be more than 50%. So that's why I placed it on the left of the normal distribution. So now, yeah, so and that's what we can do on the CAS directly. So let's do that. And then we just need to find the inverse normal, and then we can find our x value. So let's do that from our CAS. So all we're doing is we go to interactive distribution, and then we go to inverse, and then we go to the inverse norm CDF, the first selection there. So interactive distribution, inverse, and then inverse norm CDF. So let's go to that. And then the tail setting, go to right, and then probability is going to be 0.98. And then the standard deviation is going to be 2.1, and the normal is going to be 22. And then just go OK. And that's your answer there. So we select our right tail because we're going from the positive infinity side all the way to our x value, which is the unknown. And then the area under that graph of normal is 0.98. And then the standard deviation is 2.1, and the mean is 22. So the answer for that, the x value is 17.7. So let's put that straight back in. So for part 2, it's going to be 17.7. So with this cast, we can get that inverse norm directly. So essentially, this part here is going to be 17.7. Okay. The next one is part B. If the starch content is greater than 22, the potatoes cannot be used for chips, and so the semi-trailer load is rejected. What is the probability that a load with a mean starch content of 18 will be rejected? So now in this case, so they try to trick you with the number 22, because now our normal distribution has a new mean of 18. And then the 22 reading is now our new x value, and we're looking for the probability under this new normal distribution. So we're just looking for this probability using our CAS. So in this case, we just use our normal CDF, and that way we can get that area under the graph. So let's go back to that. So we've got an interactive distribution, continuous, and then normal CDF. So we select that. Um, and then in this case, our lower bound is going to be 22. Our upper bound is going to be positive infinity. Our standard deviation is 2.1. And then our mean is going to be 18. So that's how we're going to find the probability. And then just go OK. And the answer is 0.0284. So that's the answer for that question. So let's go back, just put that in. So the answer for that is going to be 0.0284. And that's it. So that's the all the answers for that question. So if you've got any questions, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next session. Okay, I'll see you later.